on the final stretch, and they said, you know, most libraries are never built with private donations, there's always some type of a tax, so she said they just couldn't believe that we could do it with donations, and so I said, we're trying, but we kind of hit the end, and we need some help.
Well, it can be done with donations.
Mm-hmm.
There's money in the community for many worthy projects.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of maybe we haven't answered enough questions.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've tried with the new design and the flyers, and if anybody has questions. But like Gary said, we need to decide tonight if we're going to give Alan permission, because it has to be a board decision if he's going to make the final drawings or not. Because he called me and he said, I have to get the permission to go ahead with the drawing. So I think that's something we need to vote on tonight. What do you think, Gary? Yes or no?
I couldn't vote yes, because we don't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
And when the bills come in,
Mm-hmm.
we are financially liable for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's no way I could vote yes
Mm-hmm.
to draw those plans up at this time.
Okay.
Well, and we're missing one board member. We have a seat to fill on this board. You were right about the rock and a hard place. That's just exactly where we're at.
That mortgage would have really been wonderful if we could have had that.
Or general obligation bonds. would have been nice.
You gotta get either one of them.
But we would qualify if we could, you know. It's just a matter of, that's not the way library law is written. I don't have a very good answer for you, Gary.
And neither do I. Yeah, I guess we could table it for another month. I don't see any other option.
We really need all of the members here if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Who is not gonna be here in January? Somebody?
Me.
You? Here.
Are you here for leadership and not board? I know you're not here for the board.
I will be here for the leadership team on the 4th. I will not be here for the board.
Could we change our board meeting to the 4th? And leadership to the next meeting?
Mm-hmm. Be fine with
We
that.
really need our president.
And there's no way
Do you want me to bring the
borrow money from
calendar?
the bank.
Do you want me to get the calendar and
Not
see?
without a referendum.
Well, the rest of the board might like to see it.
Okay.
Is it worth trying with a referendum? Is there anything to lose by trying?
Well, it does cost money. I don't know how much. I don't remember. But,
To get it on
get it on the ballot. And then the campaign costs. And it is to pass a referendum is a lot of work.
I think, you know, as you explained to me, there would be no cost to the taxpayer, no increase in tax. That would be the first part, to convince people that that was the case.
Yeah.
The second part is, well, how are you gonna repay this? And if you say, well, out of surpluses, well, those surpluses come from tax money, which, you know, we had always said we weren't gonna use tax money. So, I mean, you come right back to the point, it's a kind of a round-the-block way of using tax money, which some people may really throw that in your face, I don't know.
Well, we wouldn't even be thinking of it if the community had,
Yes.
answered our request to, donate for a building fund. And many of them have. And we've gotten a lot of support from the community, some very generous people. We just don't have quite enough. Gary, what do you think about our calendar here?
Well, there's not a lot of conflicts. I mean, the 4th, I would see no problem with moving the board meeting up a week.
But will it work for everybody else? And we don't know about Holly, so, but she would have probably been at the leadership team.
And she was planning on it.
She just said tonight was the conflict because they had something at the schools. So we'll just flip them and we'll have the library board on the 4th.
And to what end are we trying to accomplish with the board?
I'm trying to get the whole board here.
Okay.
When's the leadership meeting?
Be the 11th.
11th?
Okay, we will discuss it at the meeting on the 4th. Librarians report.
Excuse me. And is it appropriate for you to tell Alan, we've had some difficult discussion, and we don't have a full board, and we have our full board, and we will give him information after the 4th of January?
I'll
Yeah,
call.
here.
Oh, okay, but to that effect, yeah. Thanks.
Well, first of all, we had the the Christmas walk, and it was quite successful. We handed out fudge, we had a lot of people come through. Mrs. Dyke made wonderful cookies and brownies, and it was a success. It was a long night, but we had the carolers, we had the Cub Scouts, we had readers. It had a good attendance, but like in the past, I've talked to other store owners, and it wasn't as crowded as it has been in the past. But we were all here, and people enjoyed it. And we did sell a little bit of fudge. We sold some books, and so it was a profitable night. Now, every year we have to get inspected, and we have to get our elevator inspected, and our little dumbwaiter is called an elevator. And they make us inspect that, and the inspection came, we're okay on that. The fire, then I always have to get the fire equipment inspected from Getz that put it in. And he came today, and he said to me, this is 30 years old, and what we have heat detectors, but we don't have smoke detectors. And he would advise that we get a new fire system in the basement, because he said that one they don't have replacement parts anymore. So he said, it works, everything works fine, but he said, I would advise you getting, a new system. And so he's going to have he said, I'm not in the sales market, I'm just in the repair. But everything, he tested everything, the fire extinguishers, he tested, we did, everything works. But he just said it's way outdated, and he would advise. So I will let you know the cost on that. It's where we have our security through OnStar, but the actual equipment that houses OnStar, the actual fire equipment and the lines and everything is through Getz out of Peoria.
Okay, so that's who inspected.
And that's who inspected it.
Claire,
Getz, yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of it, the local phone company is in that security alarm type system business.
Yeah, we have them.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I know they made a big contribution.
Yeah, and we use them.
Okay.
But when I had them come over, they said that they use us as the alarm system, but the actual equipment is already in there, and that we should, but I can
Well,
see if
they sell the equipment.
Oh, okay.
I was in there one day and they gave me the whole spiel on the how.
Okay, and
I
I'll
mean,
check
it was
that. 'Cause
pretty impressed. I was impressed with what they could do, but.
And that's good, cause it's local, but, he just had said, when we got the OnStar last year, they said, just have this equipment serviced, cause we already had it in. But now, if we're gonna get new equipment, I'll take bids.
But just,
for-
they have been a partner on this building project.
And wonderful, they've been a wonderful partner. So I will call them tomorrow. But it's just, you know, things get outdated.
Sure.
And he just said it's outdated.